There are some things a narcissist will never truly get over. And I know that sounds dramatic because they walk through life like nothing touches them. Confident, composed, untouchable. But here is the truth most people don't see. Their strength is performance. Have you ever watched someone act completely unbothered after you set a boundary, only to notice subtle digs, passive comments, or strange attempts to reinsert themselves into your life? That is not coincidence. That is injury. One of the deepest wounds for a narcissistic personality is exposure. The moment someone sees behind the mask and quietly refuses to play along, something shifts. They work very hard to control how others see them. Hero, victim, the best partner, the superior parent. When that storyline cracks, even slightly, it feels catastrophic to them. And here is what is interesting. They may act like they have moved on. They may even smear your name. But the person who saw through them becomes unforgettable. Not because of love, because of ego injury. You become proof that the image is not perfect. Let me ask you something. Did their behavior escalate after you started noticing patterns? That escalation is not random. It is panic dressed up as confidence. Another thing they never fully recover from is the loss of emotional supply. Attention is not just attention to them. It is fuel, admiration, validation, reassurance, even emotional reactions. All of it feeds their sense of worth. When that steady stream disappears, they feel the void. They might rush into new connections. They might suddenly appear happier than ever. But if you look closely, there is urgency there. Because what they are really chasing is the specific dynamic where someone mirrored back the image they wanted to see. And when a replacement does not feel the same, frustration sets in. Have you ever noticed how quickly admiration turns into criticism in their new relationships? That is because no one can permanently fill that internal emptiness. Now let's talk about control. This one unsettles them deeply. When someone becomes financially independent, emotionally grounded, or simply says no without guilt, the power dynamic changes. And for a narcissistic personality, power is stability. When that control slips, they can become reactive. Not always loud, sometimes subtle. Guilt, silent treatment, playing the victim. But here is the shift that changes everything. When you hold your boundary calmly, without drama, you're doing something they cannot tolerate. You're showing them they do not own the narrative anymore. And maybe the most confusing experience for them is indifference. Disagreement they can fight. Anger they can manipulate. But emotional detachment, that is different. When you're no longer impressed, no longer seeking approval, no longer trying to prove your worth, it destabilizes the entire structure. Have you ever felt that quiet moment when you realized you did not need their validation anymore? That moment is powerful because their image only survives when others participate in it. Underneath the grand exterior is someone who struggles with shame and insecurity they cannot process in a healthy way. That does not excuse harmful behavior. It explains the reactions. Exposure, loss of supply, loss of control, indifference. These are not small things to them. They are fractures in the identity they carefully built. If you have experienced this, pause and think about what changed when you stepped back. When you stopped over-explaining. When you stopped chasing closure. When you chose peace over performance. That is where healing begins. And if this resonates, take a moment to reflect on which shift impacted them the most. Awareness is not about revenge. It is about reclaiming your clarity and your power.